So in the previous video, you have set up your course settings. Now let's move on to look at the posting features in CN. As I mentioned in the previous video, the social discussion features in CN are very unique, and then they are the very effective tools of engaging students in academic learning. So in this video, we're going to tell you how to create posts and posts to engage your student in the class discussions. Okay, so first of all, before your class starts, you want to set up the discussion topics. Here you can see I have already had 5 discussion topics. These are instructor suggested topics. How these were created, remember when I work on basic course settings, there is a part of the form ask me what are the course topics, discussion topics. So I set this up during the basic course settings. If you didn't finish that part, you didn't do that part during basic course setting because it's not required on that form, or you want to revisit and make some changes. So you could always, let me show you, this is the course, scroll down, and then at the bottom left section, you see discussion topics, instructor suggested. So here, click on the pencil icon, and then a pop-up window with the title Define Discussion Topics will appear. And then now you can add discussion topics or make changes. So let's say I'm going to make some edit to this, all right? Data science. I'm going to change it to, let's say I had a typo, or I want to add data sciences. After you make changes, you first do double click, okay? And then make changes. Once done, remember, press the return key to save it as a little block. You have to have these topics saved in this format as a little block. Okay, now I want to add some topics. Let's say you also have the topic of legal informatics. So type out the term and press enter. You can also move around. Let's say I'm going to put legal information as the second topic, so you can move these little blocks around. And in the future, if you teach CN, you teach courses on CN, you already have some old courses setting up these topics, then you could import discussion topics from a previous course. My account doesn't have any previous courses, so I have to create this topic from scratch. In the future, I could import topics from this course to a new course. Okay, so once it's done, click on Submit. You have already set up some discussion topics. I would recommend setting up about 10 to 15 of them. Later, when your student create the post, if they don't see any of your topics match their discussion, they would like to create some new ones, then they can just create their own hashtag during posting, and then the user created hashtags will be listed here, and then the most popular one will be on top, least popular ones at the bottom. Okay, so set up discussion topics is step number 1. Now you are ready to create a couple of posts and posts to welcome your student to your class. So I have created some content. Let's build a post. Let's create a welcome post. This is the post form. Every time you have something to post, click on this tab, and you may or may not have a title. Here, I would just have a welcome post, and I have already jotting down some content. You can just type out your content, but now I'm going to copy paste the content here. If your post include a link, then sometimes there will be a share link automatically generated. If you don't like it, you can close it down. And then you can see we support multimedia, so you can attach images, videos, files. This part, the video is user-generated video, so you can record a video, short video. This is very helpful. Or you can upload a short existing video file, or you could also go to YouTube to find a URL of a YouTube and embed the YouTube video. If you have Google files, you can find a file from Google Drive, link to it, or upload that file to CourseNetworking. And you could also include emoji. Let's say I'm going to include a smiling face. If you teach math, here you can use math equation. You need to read the instruction and to see how to add a math equation. And some of the text, if you want to highlight. So for example, I want to tell my students that they have to earn 300 NR seats in this course. I can highlight the text and then do bold. Okay, this is how to do bolding. I have already included a couple of hashtags. Okay, here I have a hashtag for course networking and then another hashtag. If you don't include a hashtag when you post, the system will prompt you to insert instructor suggested discussion topics. Okay, I'm going to include a maybe a short video. So let's see how this is going to work. You can see my camera turned on, and then I have a minute to record a short video. Hello everyone, welcome to this information technology introduction course. And then you can talk about the requirement, blah blah blah. I have the preview, and then save it. So once done, you can see the video will be automatically embedded to the post. Yep, here it is. Okay, visibility setting. Earlier when we set up the post settings, we already select this course. I can change it to something else, but now I'm going to use this course. And if I want to add my post to my ePortfolio, I can check this box. I think everything is good now. Oh, only one thing. I won't earn NR seats because I didn't write enough words. Remember, 150 is the required minimum word count requirement. So I'm not able to earn seats. But I'm going to post anyway. And you can see here, this is my post. People can read more. And then they can play this video, and we have very nice video tracking feature. So once people watch it, you can see who has watched it and how many times, and even export this mini report. So these are very useful learning analytics. And then these discussion topics, there are hashtags. So now if I click on this hashtag, it will find all of the posts that include this hashtag in the course. Unfortunately, now in this course, I only have one post. And then you can also see these two hashtags are added to the member created section and with the label 1neo, and then being used once for each of these. So this is a welcome post. I strongly recommend you create 1 or 2 welcome posts. In the post, welcome your student, introduce the course networking discussion features, encourage them to post, and talk about the NR seats goal you set up for your class. Also, you can include a tutorial video, or you can include a short welcome video you recorded for your class. Now, let's move on to create a poll. The poll feature has been a very beloved feature on CN. So many students enjoy using it because they can easily put their peers' opinion, or they use it as a pop quiz tool to help each other review what they have learned. So you could use this tool to deliver pre-class survey, after-class survey, or just create some pop quiz to help your student review what they learned in the class or before quizzes and exams. I have prepared a welcome poll, and here I prepared a few questions. So let's get these questions populated. I can say, introduce yourself. Okay, this is the poll title, but it's not required. You don't have to have a poll title. The first question I prepared, I'm taking, get rid of this course as A, and here I'm going to choose multiple choice. We have 10 type of questions. Now I'm going to create a multiple choice question. I have freshman and sophomore and junior. I'm just going to copy all of these into one, and then put them into this different part and to get rid of the extra space. This is a problem when you copy paste. Okay, and graduate student. Okay, so this is the first question. And after the first question, you can add more questions. So now we're going to have another one. I'm going to ask them how many hours each week they plan to put into learning this course. I probably should say each week. And this is another multiple choice question. So here I can type, let's say 1 to 5, and 6 to 10 hours, 11 to 15, and then the last option is more than 15 hours each week. And yeah, this is the second question. Let's let another one. This one, I'm going to ask them, do you have any programming experience? Just try to understand my student better, know what knowledge and experience they bring into this class so that I can teach this class better. And here, let's just simply use a yes and no existing question type. Let's add one last question. This time, I'm going to create a short answer question. So I'm going to have my student type out their understanding of this topic. What do they think is the most interesting area of information technology and why? Okay, so once this is set up, then you can submit the poll. And you can see here, I have created a poll with 4 questions. I cannot take this poll because I created it. But once my students start taking the quiz, the poll, I can see immediate update of the results in a pie chart. And I'm also able to export the poll data into an Excel sheet. So this will be a very helpful feature for student engagement, knowledge reveal in a fun way, and also for gather data. Okay, this is the poll tool. So lastly, I'm going to mention some posting and engagement-based analytics. You can go to this roster tool from the left menu to look at all of your students and their participation. In this demo course, right now, I only have myself because I'm still in the setting up and getting ready stage. I haven't invited any of my students. This is the course, and I see myself here only, and I see I have 2 posts, right? I have earned 14 seats, and I can see a breakdown of from where I earned these seats. And if a number is more than 0, you can click on it and filter the content. So you can see now you see both posts I have created in this course. Once you get your student, you can do the same thing on your student record. I'm going to quickly show you my account, my real account, MZ13 on the cn.com. I have a lot of courses, so in this course, I have already had students. If we go to roster, you can see here all of my students are shown, right? And then I can look at their posts, their reflections. I can look at badges that I have earned. This roster is sorted based on NR seats. The top NR seats recipient on the top, and then the least active member at the bottom. And I can also sort the table based on, let's say, last login. Here I can see who hasn't logged in for a long time. Maybe it's the time that I can or I should contact them. And I can easily hover over their name because the platform is so social, right? So I can easily click on this email icon and shoot the student an email and ask her to come back to the class. And later I will be talking about awarding badges. So you can easily, of course, I don't want to award this least active member a badge, but I can sort, let's say, based on number of posts, and then I give my top 3 students a badge. Click on the badge icon, and then I can give her this best participant badge or other badges like a creative thinker or critical thinker. So this is the roster tool. You get a glance of everyone and then their participation in your class. And we also have a series of other analytics types. You can access activity analytics, grade analytics, and word cloud analytics. This activity analytics let you look at course visit, NRCs, posts, reflections, readings on an hourly, daily, weekly, or monthly base, and you can compare any of your course members with the course average. It's very cool and giving you a lot of visual data, right? Great, so this is a quick video, maybe a little bit long, but we have went through very helpful features, setting up discussion topics, and then creating posts and posts to engage your students, and then also looking at analytics data from roster and other analytics data from analytics tab. Last thing I want to mention is you can interact with your students on post, so you can reflect on their post or posts. You could also leverage your instructor privilege to, from this 3-dot icon, you can highlight very good post. So you can pin post, good post, to the top of the class post feed. You could also hide bad post, inappropriate post. So we have some management features from this 3-dot icon in the upper right corner of each single post. Check it out and see if you need to use any of these. Thank you for participating in this video, and I will see you in the next video.